Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. Psalm 36 verses 5 and 6 gives us four characteristics of God, or four aspects of God, that we can trust in troubled times, and gives us assurance during troubled times, especially in those times when our challenges, our difficulties are as a result of other people who are treating us in an unfavorable way. There it says, your loving kindness, O Yahweh, is in the heavens. Your faithfulness reaches to the skies. Your righteousness is like the mountains of God. Your judgments are like a great deep. O Yahweh, you save man and beast. And so, again, these four characteristics of God can give us assurance in times of difficulty, especially when tied to the actions and misdeeds of others. For one, his loving kindness. To know that God loves me, that he's merciful towards me, gives me confidence when dealing with these hard times, these difficult times. Because what it shows is that his willingness to help is based on his love and not on how good we might be, how perfect we might be, how altogether we have it. But it's really based on his love. And that gives greater assurance than if it was based on our own goodness or righteousness or anything like that. God's love, because we know that God loves us, that he's merciful towards us, we know that he will also assist us in those difficult times. His faithfulness reaches to the skies, it tells us. The fact that God is faithful, he's faithful to us, he's faithful to keep his promises. He's faithful to render aid to us and to never leave us nor forsake us. It's impossible for God to lie. And if he makes a promise, he's going to keep his promise towards us. And we can have confidence and assurance in those difficult times to know that God will render aid and that he will help us according to his promises. And then it says your righteousness is like the mountains of God. In other words, God's going to act in the right way. He's going to treat us in the right way. His interactions with mankind are always right, are always true. And that, again, gives us confidence. He's not going to deceive us. He's not going to pull one over on us. He's going to deal in a right way. And then it says, your judgments are like a great deep. God will render the proper judgment in every case and in every situation. And when we know that God's judgments, his wisdom, his ability to discern what's truly going on should help us and give us assurance in those hard times, because he knows even better than we do what's truly going on. And he's going to render the proper judgment at the proper time. And we can trust in God to do that and to act in a just way and to act in a way that demonstrates the deep judgments that he has. And so these four characteristics ought to give us confidence. And when we go into the day, whatever our day might have waiting for us, we can go into the day with confidence, knowing that the God that we serve is full of loving kindness, faithfulness, righteousness, and his judgments are very deep. And that's the type of God we serve. And that's the type of God that follows us everywhere that we go throughout the day. And his presence is there to render aid to us and to help us. And for these various aspects of who he is to become a reality in our lives as he meets those needs that we have. So let's go out this day with confidence, knowing that we're not going alone and we're not having to trust in a God who's not trustworthy. We're not going out trying to trust in ourselves, but we're going out trusting in this God who not only has loving kindness, faithfulness, righteousness, and judgment, but he has them in abundance. And so that should really boost our confidence towards him and also help us to meet the day with more confidence as well. So here's some things we can reflect on and think about as we do our reading today. With that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.